Oops. All right, so we have the PSD file imported. And I just want to really quickly touch on what we have here. So you can see on the left is all of the different layers of the Photoshop file. And above here we have the reload, so you can reload the object. So this is more that if you've gone into Photoshop and you've updated the file somehow, and this is, I use this workflow more when I'm drawing my own vector curves, but let's say you're finding the path isn't working properly and you want to modify it, you can modify it here and save the Photoshop file and then just reload it and it'll come back in with the updated curve definition. Obviously you can re-import again or import another file. When I actually click on the layer, so let's have a look at what's on the layer. So the first thing it's telling us is how big the layer is. And the way we have it working is that we don't demand that you have a square composition. It can be whatever size you want. But this is essentially showing you what the composition's ratio or size is, like what the actual Photoshop file is. And the algorithm that we have selected is linear. So we could go to vector, which is the curve, where you manually draw your own curves. But we actually don't have that available. So if you look here, we have an influence. There's an influence path, which is sort of a mask that actually says how dense the resolution will be. And we'll get into that later. It's not something I use a lot, but it's available. And there's the linear path. So you can see the linear path is actually green. And anything that's not available is orange. It's essentially saying that we don't have a vector layer in the file reference, and we don't have an alpha mask layer that's telling us to modify density or anything like that. That can be updated when if you actually go back to the file, and let's say we go to the layer, and we'll go to the hands, or actually let's do something like the head here. We'll turn off the wall, and we'll create an alpha channel. Actually, let's just go like this. We'll create an alpha mask like this. And let's just deselect this here. Okay, so if I have an alpha channel here, and we'll select this to, I usually kind of disable it, but we'll just do this for now. It's a little bit of a strange feature, but so there we go. It's in there. You don't have to have it enabled. We'll just save. And then I'll go back into Photoshop and I will go reload. Unfortunately, it has to regenerate all the curves again. So that's why it's slow reloading. And if I go to the character's head, where's the head down here? Oh, see, influence doesn't, it's not that.